Hello children. Let's continue with the same chapter, chapter number 2, polynomials for standard 9. The next topic that we are going to begin with it is zero of a polynomial. In the last video we have studied about value of a polynomial, wherein we were substituting a particular value in place of x and we were solving it to get that particular value. Now, here we are going to find out zero of a polynomial. As it is flashed on your screen, the given polynomial, that is p of x, it is x minus 1. Now let us substitute x as 1. So, p of 1 will be equal to 1 minus 1. This we have studied in the last video itself. That is why p of 1 here comes out to be 0. Now, here we are getting the final answer to be 0. We don't get 0 in each and every case. Whatever value we put, we get various answers. In this case, after putting 1, we are getting the solution as 0. Children, this is what is known as zero of a polynomial. A zero of a polynomial px is a number c. It's a number. It's a number c such that p of c equal to 0. Now here in our case, here 1, the number 1 which is substituted will be the zero of the polynomial x minus 1. That means this is the only number which when substituted in the polynomial will make the polynomial equal to 0. So it is known as zero of the polynomial. Now let's proceed with some points over there regarding zero of polynomial. First, for a constant polynomial 5. So 5 is a constant polynomial. There is no 0. So constant polynomials don't have any 0. Why? The reason is any constant polynomial, for example here it is 5, it can be written as 5x raised to power 0. If I go on substituting any value in place of x, that x raised to power 0 becomes 1 and that 5 is multiplied by 1 and the answer is 5. Every time for any value of x, you'll always get the solution as 5. That means you will never get a 0 over there. So it is said that for a constant polynomial, there are no zeros. Now the second point over there, every real number is a zero of a zero polynomial. Now children, this is zero polynomial. There are two different things. One is zero of a polynomial and this one is zero polynomial. Zero polynomial is nothing but the number 0. Here, if we are considering the zero polynomial, that is 0, whichever number you multiply it with 0, you will also always get the answer as 0. That is why every real number is a zero of a zero polynomial. Next, a zero of a polynomial need not be 0. In our case itself, it was the number 1 when substituted. We got the answer as 0. That's why zero of a polynomial may be 0, may not be 0. The fourth note over there, 0 may be a zero of a polynomial. That's what I told now. It may be, it may not be. Next, every linear polynomial has one and only one zero. Linear polynomial is a polynomial of degree 1. So it will have always 1 0, only 1 0. Next, a polynomial can have more than 1 0. This is also a truth. it is always not compulsory that we will get only one zero. There are certain polynomials wherein there are multiple number of zeros also. We have examples there in the exercise. When you will solve it, you will come to know about it. Now exercise 2.2, question number 3. Verify whether the following are zeros of the polynomial indicated against them. Now a polynomial is there which is here written as p of x equal to 3x plus 1. And we have to check for x equal to minus 1 by 3. So it's very simple. You have to just substitute x as minus 1 by 3. So wherever it is x, write it as minus 1 by 3. Then you solve it. Here in this case, when we solve it, we are getting the answer as 0. So it means p of minus 1 by 3 equal to 0. As we are getting the answer as 0, we will say that minus 1 by 3 is a 0 of the given polynomial. But if we would have got any other number after solving, we would have said that it is not a 0. So it's very simple. Solve, start with substitution. Substitute, solve, get a 0. The given number is a 0 of the polynomial. Substitute, solve. After substitution, if you get the answer as something other than 0, then you will say it is not a 0 of the given polynomial. Now question number 4. Find the 0 of the polynomial. In this case, you are supposed to find the 0. In the last case, you were checking whether it is a 0. Here you are finding. When you are told to find out the 0, the method is quite easy. You have to just equate the given equation to given polynomial to 0. So here given polynomial is p of x equal to x plus 5. So what we have done is we have equated x plus 5 equal to 0, equated to 0. So take it on the other side, transpose it, and you get x equal to minus 5. That means when you substitute minus 5 in the given polynomial, it will become 0. That is why we can say that this minus 5 is the 0 of the given polynomial. Now there are many sub questions in the given two questions, that is question number 3 and question number 4 in the textbook. You can try themselves on your own. Thank you for now.